remarks for the PBA fans, please?
Well, first of all, thank you for tuning in. It's certainly a pleasure to be here in Clark and Pampanga in the bubble. You can see we're all wearing masks, so we're not sick, but just have to protect ourselves. Yeah, we're just looking forward to the games. We got off to a bad start last night in our game against Phoenix, but we're looking forward to improvement in our future games coming up.
Great.
Yeah, thank you again for everyone that is supporting the PBA and has been supporting the PBA. We're definitely excited to be on the floor again, and definitely excited to have all of you back to work as well. I know it was a long time before there were some games, and I think that's what everybody was looking forward to. So it's just a real honor to be able to have this setting. I think the PBA did a really good job of organizing this bubble, and again, it's just an honor to finally be out on that court again, and as well as be here in front of all of you today. So thank you.
Everyone, welcome to the PBA.
Thank you, thank you. Well, just like just want to say thank you to all the PBA fans for tuning in, and the fact that we're here at the Clark Bubble is a blessing. We didn't think this would happen, but thanks to the PBA and everybody that handles the PBA, we're grateful to be here. I'm blessed to be here my first year. I know it's not the ideal rookie year, but it's nice to be here with my teammates, to bond with everybody, and it's just great to be back on the court.
First question, how do you feel you're sitting side by side with your father?
Well, first time to be coached by him in a regular team, but at the same time it's familiar because he's been coaching me all my life. So yeah, I'm grateful to be here. It's definitely a blessing. I tried to pick his brain the whole quarantine, the 7 months, on what I can do better, how we run our offense and defense and things like that, just to try to get ahead. So it's definitely a blessing.
Okay, the floor is now open for questioning. Carlos?
Coach Norm,
Yes.
one of the biggest challenges of the bubble is being away from family. How helpful is it to be with actual family inside the bubble for you and Aaron?
Yeah, it's really great to be with Aaron. He's a good kid and he's a good son. He listens, which is a good thing. And most of the time he follows. Not all the time, but luckily with the technology that we have today, you can easily stay in touch with your loved ones by FaceTime or by electronics, and that's what I've been doing. So even though I'm not with my family members, I'm in touch with them constantly every single day of the week. And it's nice to have Aaron here. And of course, I consider the entire team my family, because we're together probably as much or more than we are with our regular families. And we see each other almost every day.
Coach, does he try to get into your room and get food, or order from your stash?
There is no food in my room. That's the problem. He's always asking me for money though. I had to remind him that he's working now. He's getting paid.
Aaron, your rebuttal, is it?
I accept all.
How many times have you charged food to your dad's room?
Right now, probably 3 or 4 times.
Thank you.
Okay, questions? Okay, we have questions from our media friends from Manila.
From Lynn Olavarrio of TV5, how is Raymond Almazan? When can we expect him to suit up?
Raymond is day to day. Raymond is healed already. He's actually okay. I know a lot of people ask the question, why did he not play last night? Because he was in warm-ups and he was with the team yesterday. Raymond joined us about a week ago. I guess about 6 days ago, a week ago. And he's had today will probably be his 6th practice in the last 7 months. So be a little bit patient with him. We look at Raymond as a long-term investment, not a short-term investment. So we want to make sure that he's completely healed. But more importantly, that he's completely comfortable with his leg already. And the only way that's going to happen is through actually getting out there and getting 5-on-5 practice against other people. So he's good. He's healed. He can play actually. And we're just consulting the doctors and of course our medical staff to figure out when will he be back to play on a regular basis in the PBA. It'll be soon. I would imagine it'll probably be a day-to-day basis, and it could be tomorrow, it could be Sunday against Ginebra, but he'll be back very, very soon.
Coach,
Okay. Go ahead.
Brian from Philippine Star. Coach, coming off a finals appearance in the Governor's Cup, talk about the momentum halted with that 7-month hiatus coming into this Philippine Cup.
Well, whatever momentum we had, that was thrown out the window last night. Lost to Phoenix. Yeah, we did have a lot of confidence after the conference against Ginebra, and it would have been nice if the season could have continued. But at the same time, remember, Raymond was out with a knee injury. He would not have played. So at least now we have a chance to get him back. You know, in the All-Filipino Conference, size matters. And height is might, whatever you want to, slogans you want to use. And you really need the big men to succeed if you want to control the paint. So we're happy that, I mean, we're sad that it took so long for us to get back to the PBA again, but we're happy that Raymond's back. That's going to help us a lot. In addition to that, we're hoping that Jammer Hamito, who also didn't play last night, he would have been our starting power forward if he had been capable of playing, but he hurt his leg, I think 2 days before the first game, and he was out. He seems to be okay now. He's also a day-to-day decision tomorrow. So hopefully if we can get a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger in the paint, we'll be able to control the middle, unlike last night against Phoenix where we were pretty much dominated down low.
Okay, question? More questions? Okay, isa ano natin Chris, how's it playing in the new environment?
It's actually been fun to see this type of environment. It's new to all of us, but I think, like again, the PBA has done a really good job of making this the best that it can be. And honestly, to see the LED lights and to have, you know, the orange side and the other team side, and you have a lot of digital displays and things like that. After seeing it executed on the NBA stage, and to see it here and playing in front of the same kind of environment here, it's been pretty cool. You know, it's a bit different than what we're used to, of course, especially when you're used to having fans in the stands. You're used to seeing your family right there supporting you. But again, we're just blessed to be able to continue to have our jobs and to continue to play the game of basketball. And it's also nice to see all of you back at work. You know, it's been a while, and I think the great thing about this bubble is the fact, again, all of those distractions that come in a normal game are kind of put to the side, and it becomes solely about the game of basketball. So I think what you're going to see here is the players are really going to be focused on just playing basketball, and you won't see crowd antiques. You won't see, you know, people trying to get energy from the crowd and things like that. And it's just going to be solely basketball, which, as a basketball player, it's actually nice that all you have to focus on is the game itself, and nothing else really matters. However, I mean, of course, there's things that players normally have, or you know, individual players normally have their pregame routine and things like that, but all of that has to shift, and all of that, everybody has to adjust. But again, it's fair for everyone. Everyone has the same circumstances, so it's about who is mentally strong to be able to get through those circumstances and try to find the best out of that. And I think, you know, this is just going to be a great test for not just the players, but the PBA family as a whole, to see how well we can perform and how well we can execute this bubble, because we don't know if this is going to be the last bubble or it could be the first of many. So I think this is going to be a great experience for everyone. And you know, Coach Norman saying that we're all family. That's definitely true. So I might have to take him up and
I
get a little bit,
don't have that much money.
get a little bit of age treatment as well, and see if I can get some free room service. But yeah, definitely, it's an honor to be here. And, I think we're all enjoying this so far, just because we're all glad that basketball and the PBA is back. So
Hopefully it's the only bubble.
hopefully.
Coach, Coach Denison from Big Wire. Coach, just to take up from Chris' comment earlier, it's all just basketball right now. You played against Ginebra in those past editions of the conference finals, and now you're thrust into this kind of environment. You've got a feel of it based on the first game last night, Coach. And you've also played yourself, so Coach, can you walk us through siguro the first few minutes of like being right in the middle of that, no crowd, just basketball, just business, and I hope Chris and Aaron could answer that too. After playing for Ateneo, with you know, in the context of the crowd during the raid.
Well, I take it back to the playground. When it's just you against the other 5 on the court, and there's no real big influence except for maybe those few people who are actually watching the game, the playground game, or the guys who are waiting to get on the court because they have winners. It's just you against the other team. You can hear everything. If people start talking, you can hear it very clearly. But you just have to adjust to, it's what I used when I was a player. I just want to be better than you. It's as simple as that. I'm going to outwork you, I'm going to outplay you, I'm going to beat you. Just like you do in the playground. There are no fans yelling. There's nobody to really, I mean, there are people in the stands, but they're mostly officials. So you can't really play off of the crowd. You know, it has to be you against the guy you're going up against. That's what it comes down to. Just like it is, that's really the grassroots of basketball. That's how we all started. So, hey, I love the atmosphere, to be quite honest with you. I would rather have the old atmosphere with the fans, but I love the fact that now, hey, you just got to go out and play.
Yeah.
If you don't play well, no excuses. You just got beat. Simple as that. So that just motivates you to go out and give your best. Because in basketball, particularly when you're a player, that's what it's all about. You want to be known as a good player. You want to be known as a consistent player, somebody who brings it every single night. So whatever adjustments you have to make because of the bubble, for instance, even before the game, things have changed. You don't have as much time to get on the court anymore. So you need to think your game out already. How many foul shots am I going to get up? How many jumpers am I going to get up? Everything should be planned. So you have a routine before you get out there, because things aren't the same anymore. It's not like you can just go to the gym early in the morning and get up 300-400 shots before the game. You can't do that anymore. You pretty much are just stuck in this situation. So the adjustments are very important. For me, they start before the game, and then once the game starts, it's you against the other team. It's you against the guy who's guarding you.
Very Coach. Aaron?
Going back to Ateneo days, I used to love playing Ateneo style games. You know, the crowd. It's always nice to have a crowd, a big crowd like that. But at the same time, I started, and I still, you know, before the pandemic, I would play every weekend or anytime I could, pickup games. I enjoy them a lot. So I think this reminds me, just like he said, the atmosphere of pickup games and how, you know, you just want to beat the other team and stay on the court. Because if you win, next team comes on, right? So I think for us, we have to take that mentality that we just have to come in and outwork our opponent and not worry about if there's a crowd or there's not a crowd. You know, we have our fans and our family supporting us back home, and that should be enough for us.
Chris, just to add on that, I guess you're one of the few offensively gifted talented there during isolation situations. What can you say about that context, competing in that you against me setting with everything strict pro?
I think as a player, once you step on the court, for me, nothing really changes as far as who's watching or who's not watching. Because I'm not focused on the crowd or who's around there. I'm focused on the job at hand, which is the person in front of me. So in that sense, nothing really changes. I think what the crowd actually brings is the fact that maybe after you make the shot, you know, you usually hear cheers and chants, or if you're going up against a never in that sense, if you make the shot, you're going to hear a bunch of boos and stuff like that. So that can sway a lot of people's confidence in a way that, you know, if they make the shot, they hear the cheers from the crowd, they get more confident. Or if they miss the shot, they hear the boos, maybe it takes away a little bit of their confidence. However, I think you'll find that a lot of the players that have the unwavering confidence, where they're going to benefit from this type of situation because they're going to play no matter what. They're going to